hi. Thanks for getting in touch.
Welcome back to the Star Wars Show live at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2016 on StarWars.com. I'm here with Michael Carter, the actor portrayed Bib Fortuna in Return of the Jedi.
Oh my god, I'm your biggest fan. I can't believe you agreed to do this. I watched Return of the Jedi hundreds of times on VHS as a kid.
You've watched it hundreds of times? Blimey. Must know the script better than I did.
Have you seen The Mandalorian?
I don't know about The Mandalorian. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen it. I believe Bib's in it. Sitting on Jabba's throne, so he's obviously done very well.
Did you ever come up with a backstory for the character? How was your experience on set?
There wasn't really a backstory. We weren't kind of doing method approaches to playing these roles. It was essentially a mask performance. I mean, it was hard work. 5 weeks. We weren't mucking about. You know, you had to turn up, know the lines, do the stuff, and do it properly. But it was great fun. It was a kind of strange experience in the middle of the normal experiences for a youngish actor then, doing theatre, television, and playing normal people on film, as it were. Very, very odd. I had no idea that all these years later, people would still be asking about Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna Mark I, which is essentially what I played, since there seem to have been several since. But I suppose I'm the original.
Technically, there are 3 Bib Fortunas. The first is Mike Carter, who was the credited actor in Return of the Jedi. He wore the makeup, was on set, said all the lines. What happened next is up for debate, but here's my best guess. Mike had to act the part with prosthetic teeth in.
Well, no, with the teeth in there sounded like that.
Yeah.
Really strange. So I really had to kind of articulate. Diwanawanga. Now.
This affected his voice, meaning a dub was required in post-production. Mike is in England where they filmed, but they were fixing audio in San Francisco, which is where Lucasfilm is located. They turned to a local radio actor who had just shown up named Eric Bowersfeld, had come in and voiced Admiral Akbar in less than an hour.
It's a trap!
So they asked him to read the Bib Fortuna part. He did an amazing job. George Lucas loved the sound, and they replaced the audio. Sadly, Eric passed away in 2016, so he can no longer play Bib. In The Phantom Menace, Bib returned, but he did not speak. This time, the person in makeup was Matthew Wood, the Oscar-winning sound effects artist. He's also the voice of General Grievous in the prequels.
What's the situation?
I really love his Grievous voice. It combines his talents at sound design with an incredible performance of a sick man. However, I dislike his Bib voice. It sounds too young for an older Bib. Paul Blake, who played Greedo, was interviewed about the word McClunky when Star Wars was put on Disney Plus and mentioned you were the one who first told him about it. Bib shot first! I love the idea of Greedo and Bib Fortuna texting each other memes and wanted to know what your relationship was like with him and the other Star Wars actors.
Now this thing, Paul Blake and McClunky, Greedo saying McClunky, you got me there. If I did say that to Paul, I've completely forgotten. I've completely forgotten why I said it, if I said it, when I said it. I probably did say it if he said it. One of those moments that I can no longer recollect, I'm afraid. So I have no idea who McClunky is. When Paul threw it, he obviously said it just before Han shot him.
I bet you have. McClunky.
Yes, yeah, I'm friendly with Paul, very much. We keep in touch. He lives quite a way away from me, down in the West Country. And the other Star Wars actors I knew were Jeremy, I knew. And yeah, I've always been very friends with Jeremy. I knew Anthony, C-3PO. I worked with him on stage before I did Jedi. He'd just completed, Empire. And we did a show in London together on stage. So I knew him. And I knew Dermot Crowley. I'd known Dermot a long time. I worked in Edinburgh years and years and years ago, and Dermot was living in Edinburgh then before he came to London. He's kind of the one of us who's still got a very successful acting career still going on. God bless him, lucky fella. Thank goodness one of us does.
When I looked at Mike's resume, one of the projects that really stood out to me was Dark Souls and Demon Souls, the popular and influential video games. He's played multiple characters in them, and I wonder how he got involved and what his experience was like in that medium.
Dark Souls and Demon Souls games, I remember those, yes. What was it like working on them? Well, you turn up, you got your hour or 2 hours or whatever, you just do it professionally. You're standing in front of a microphone without any idea what the finished product is going to be like. Oh, really? You've just got your little section of the script and you do it. I knew the director, I got on with him very well, and so that helped. It always does. And the people who, the producers, the Japanese people, the team were there. They were very nice. Didn't speak much English, but they were very, very gracious. So we got that done, and that was it. It was just professional. It's just what we do. You turn up, you do it, you go.
Understand this. I will see no harm. Stop that. So this is true human nature. Artorias is in your debt, but I'll leave us me little choice.
Did you have any theories about what happened to Bib after Return of the Jedi?
Well, I was informed by people who seem to know that Bib survived the explosion on the barge, I was told, which I think was in the books. He then survived and re-emerged as a brain somewhere in Tatooine Palace, controlling the world. And so I waited expectantly for years to be asked to play the part of Bib's brain in the whatever follow-up, but no, it just didn't happen. Didn't happen.
The end of the show, Boba Fett came out and it said the Book of Boba Fett coming coming December of 2021. And that wasn't part of the big Disney announcement, but here's the logo. We wanted to hold this back because we don't want to spoil the surprise. No one's ever really gone.
Tiwanawanga, Nucha, Nichabanumpada. Thank you for getting in touch. I hope this upcoming holiday season is good to you. It's a bit weird, isn't it? This virus flying around all over the place, keeping us penned indoors, but there we go. It will pass, and we will resume something like normality quite soon, I hope. So all the very best, Sean from Bib Fortuna, from Tatooine. Tiwanawanga Nucha, Nijabanobara. All the very best. You can translate that into anything you wish, because we had no idea what the hell we were talking about. We just turned up, didn't bump into the furniture, said the lines. All the best.
This is not an announcement. This is a distress call. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, please hire Mike Carter to voice a spider robot with the brain of Bib Fortuna. If you think that sounds cool, please tweet at people who work at film. Start a petition and sign up for Mike Carter's cameos. He's quick, he's professional, he'll sing happy birthday. Link in the description. Thanks to Mike Carter for doing this. He put up with all of my nerdy questions and was so professional. So thank you all. May the force be with you.